So that was a lot.
Sorry, my
So
bad.
it's okay. No, it's okay. Um, so you graduated high school with a scholarship, a full scholarship to veterinary school, and you were just like, I don't want to
No,
do
it
that.
wasn't that. It was, I was still living at a group home at the time.
Okay. Now, would that have changed your circumstances if you decided to go to college? Would
A
you?
lot of different things would have changed.
Because
Or
I'm thinking if you're in college, you're considered independent anyway, right? So you didn't go that route.
no, after everything happened, let me kind of get into it for you. So when I said I never had any freedom, never did whatever I wanted to do. I didn't have that rebellious period. I didn't have that period with my girlfriend. I didn't have any of those periods. So
Okay.
you know what I mean. So 14 to 16, no. I really wasn't smart. Yeah, I went to school, I graduated and all that, but no, I was literally doing everything for the first time. I was being dumb, smoking weed. I was hanging out late with my friends. I wasn't following rules to the group home. I was doing what I wanted because for the first time in my life, I could just walk out somewhere and be free. I could literally, you know what I mean? It was different.
Yeah.
So I ended up messing that up. And then afterwards, I ended up getting locked up. Nothing crazy, but when I sit there and say, like, I lost my scholarship during that period. So once I got out, I was emancipated. I was homeless.
Yeah.
So at 16, every day I had to meet a quota. I had to be able to provide for a hotel room for me to stay at 'cause I didn't know anybody. I had to make sure that I had food. I had to make sure that I ate. If I didn't do what I had to do, I was dead. So my life was different. There was no, I didn't think the way that other people think. People would be like, why didn't you get a job? I never saw someone live that way.
Okay.
That was a foreign concept to me.
So how did you take care of yourself?
I ended up doing a lot of things that I'm still paying karma for now.
Okay. So
I stole, I said that I wasn't the best person, to be honest with you.
Okay.
The reason why I am who I am now is because of the fact that I'd go back and I'd beat my own ass back then.
You did what?
I would go back and I'd kick my own butt back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? But none of those things were things that I wanted to do. I was literally in survival mode. And I think that that was the one thing, that was the one reason why the uni kept me safe, kept me protected from harm, because it knew my heart. At the end of the day,
So you felt like someone was looking out for
oh,
you.
I know it. I know it. Man, there were so many times where I could have died. There were so many times where I should have been seriously hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, when I say homeless, I'm walking around in the wintertime. I'll give you an example of a story. There was somebody I worked for. I did landscaping. I did blacktop. It took me a minute to be able to find jobs. It took me a minute to be able to find income and things without having to hate myself, if that makes any sense. I didn't want to, I never liked being a thief. I've always been honest. I've always been a helper. So to do things like that was almost like an act of betrayal to myself. Long story short, I had somebody that I was working with, a good friend of mine, Eric, his uncle, Bob, owned this landscaping company, etc. So I done work for him that summer, and we had a big falling out. Didn't want to pay me one day. Called me some names. I tried to sit there and take my money from him. Long story short, it was a really zesty mess. Okay, and then I didn't speak to him. That was like late summer.
Okay.
Now we are in the middle of winter. Now,
Sorry, I'm just realizing I didn't have this on.
okay. So it's the middle of winter now. So this is why I know that there's a God. This is why I believe, and this is why I know I have a purpose. Because there's so many opportunities or things like this that could have happened. So I'm walking back and forth. Now I live in Lisle at this moment. It's a pretty nice suburb outside of Chicago. And what I would do, I could stay at this train station overnight when it was too cold, but I would walk back and forth because it was just cold outside. So I'd walk down this road, I would come back. But this night I kind of overestimated that I probably should stay at the train station, because if you've never been that close to dying, when it's time. When you're not, so I'm walking back from down this grove and I'm getting back into Lisle. The train station's probably 4 or 5 miles away. It's way too far. And the only person that's close to me is Bob. When I say, like, we were enemies at this point. Like, man, this person would be on me to pick me out and I wouldn't help him at all for nothing. And I'm like, I prayed, and I just prayed that night, and I asked, please soften his heart. Please let him be awake. Please let him be there. Like, I'm not making it. And I kid you not, man, I almost got the chills just talking about it. I get back there and the light's on. His light's on. He's wide awake. His door's wide open. He said, hey, I've been waiting on you. Come on in.
He knew you were out there.
I have no idea, but I know and I believe, fully. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm just teared up right now just thinking about it, because that's how like, at the end of the day, like, it's crazy. One thing I can say about being homeless or being down on luck, first off, it can happen to anybody. The thing that's crazy is if you'll let it, it will give you the most amazing sense of humility and gratitude in almost any situation. There's been mornings I've woke up in a field with almost less than anybody else, and I can tell you, I probably had more joy or more peace in my heart than I know people that have everything, because it gives you an appreciation just for the little things. It shows you how we're all connected and how we really all need each other. It shows you that no matter how high you rise or fall, it can all be, life humbles you. I had everything and I had nothing. I've been on both ends of the spectrums. I've been around people that are real life rich, and I've been around people that literally have nothing. And I've learned that the only common denominator to joy and peace is humility and gratitude. I've been with rich friends and felt like crap. I've been with people that have absolutely nothing and felt like king of the world. So I try my best.